Dear students, I am Soba Bansiwal, Assistant Professor English, SPC Government College, Beam. Today in this video I will explain the stanza 5th and 6th of this poem, the poem King Porus, a legend of old by Michael Madhusudan Dutt. In this stanza, the poet says, like to a loin chained, that though faint, bleeding, stands in pride, with eyes where subdued, yet flashed the fire looks that defied. King Porus boldly went where amidst the gay and glittering crowd sat godlike Alexander. And King Porus was taken before Alexander. Uh, and at this time, King Porus was appearing like a lion which has been chained. And though he was faint and he was bleeding, but still he had pride, and in his eyes, uh, his eyes were unsubdued. He had pride, uh, yet faced the fire that looks that defied, and his eyes were bright, and he was not feeling like vanquished king. He was feeling proud, uh, and he defied, and his eyes were defying uh, Alexander. King Porus boldly went where amidst the gay and glittering crowd sat godlike Alexander, and King Porus was taken to the place where Alexander, who was appearing like God, and who was sitting on it. Uh, he was sitting amid uh, joyous, happy, and happy crowd of people, while round earth's mightiest monarch, monarch's board, King Porus was no slave. Although although many kings of this earth bowed before Alexander, but was not. King Porus did not bow towards. He did not bow before Alexander, because he felt that he was not a slave. He stooped not, bent not there his knee. He neither bowed nor he bent his knees in honor of Alexander, but stood as stands an oak in Himalayan majesty, and he stood firm and erect like a oak which stands in on Himalayan peaks. How should I treat thee? Asked the mighty king of Macedon, even as a king replied. And when Alexander asked him how he should treat him, then King Porus replied to him that he should treat him in the same way, just as a king treats another king. In royal proud, uh, India's haughty son, the conqueror pleased him forth released. Thus India's crown was lost and won, and thus King Porus replied in pride that he should treat him in the same way in which a king treats another king. And this reply of King Porus impressed Alexander so much that he returned his kingdom back to King Porus. And thus, India's crown, which was lost and won again. But where, oh, where is Porus now? And where the noble hearts that bled for freedom with the heroic glow in patriot bosom nourished? Hearts eager like that reeked not death, but sank before foul thraldom's breath. And where art thou, fair freedom? In this stanza, Porus, the poet says that in this last stanza, the poet says that where is king now, and where the noble hearts that bled for freedom, with heroic glow in patriotic blossom nourished. He says that where is the king Porus now, whose heart burned, bled for the freedom of his country, with the heroic glow in patriot bosom nourished, in whose heart um, there was flowing the feelings of patriotism. Hearts eagle like, they shrieked not death, but shrank before foul thraldom's breath. And where art thou, fair freedom, thou once goddess of India's sunny clime, when glory's halo round her brow shone radiant, and she so rose sublime like her own towering Himalaya, to kiss the blue clouds throned on high, climb of the sun. How like a dream, how like bright sunbeams on a stream. Here the poet says that where is the fair freedom? He personifies freedom here in these lines. He says that where is the freedom? Though once goddess of India's sunny clime, who was once the goddess of India, and glory halo round her brow, and around whose head once stood a crown, shone radiant, and she rose sublime like her own towering Himalaya, to kiss the blue clouds throned on high, and who, like Himalayan peaks, rose high to kiss the clouds, uh, climb of the sun. How like a dream, how like bright sunbeams on a stream that melt beneath grey twilight's eyes. Climb of the sun, how like a dream, how like bright sunbeams on a stream that melt beneath grey twilight's eyes, that glory hath now fleeted, that glory hath now fleeted by. He says that just as the rays of sun um, shines on the waves of on the waves of rivers or lakes in throughout the day, and and during night, during evening, these these um, these bright reflection um, in the waters uh, vanishes. In the same way, the freedom of this country India has vanished away. The crown that once did deck thy brow, it is trampled down, and those sunk low. And he says that the crown which once um, decorated the forehead of the fair freedom has been trampled down, and this and those sunk low, and freedom also has been sunk. Thy pearl, thy diamond, and thy mine of glistening gold no more is thine. He says that the diamonds, and he means that the wealth which once belonged to this country, India, is not is no more to this country. This country has been robbed of all its wealth. Um, Alas, each conquering tyrant lust has robbed thee of thy every dust, and every invader who attacked India, he robbed this country of its wealth. So this country has become without uh, wealth. It is shorn of all its valuable things, has robbed thee of thy very dust. Thou standest like a lofty tree, shorn of fruits, blossom, leaves, and all. Of every gale, the spot to be. And the country India is standing like a lofty tree, uh, which is shorn of all its fruits, blossoms, and leaves. It is appearing like a, a barren tree, which has neither fruits nor blossom, flowers, nor leaves. Of every gale the spot be, and it is second by each wind, despised and scorned even in thy fold. So, in this stanza, the poet says that this country has been robbed of all its wealth, and and it is now standing like a rock. Is standing like a tree which is shaken by each wind. Means this country has been attacked by many invaders, and these invaders robbed this country of its wealth. In this poem, the poet has uh, presented the bravery of King Porus, who fought very bravely against Alexander to save the freedom of his country, and who did not felt he did not feel disappointed, and he did not lose his pride even when he was vanquished. Thus, thank you.